Alright, boys, so today I'm going to make a different style of video than I'm usually making. We're going to be talking about the real problem with duelists and why, like, they've all fallen off over the last, 2 years of the game. So, yeah, we're just going to be going over, like, what is the issue, how can we fix it? Yeah, and I'm going to just say here first, the real problem we have is we have two types of duelists, right? We got the mobility duelists up here. And then we have like the Flash duelists, right? So, you have like Jett, Raze, Neon, and then you have like Phoenix, Reyna, Yoru. They are like our types of duelists. That's like the mini types, right? Your subsets, we'll say. And the problem is these Flash duelists are completely irrelevant in the game. Like they don't have a place because of flashing initiators like Sky, KO, and Breach. Mainly Sky and KO though. They're the two big ones. And they don't really have a place because why would you pick Phoenix, right? You have a character, right? We'll go over Phoenix. He has a molly, he has a flash, and then he has a wall, which is nice. It's okay. It's whatever, mainly used to heal you, to be honest. And then you have his ult, which is good. His ult is probably the best part of his kit. And then you compare that to KO, who has a flash, who has a molly, and he also has the knife instead of the Phoenix wall. And then you have an ult which is really good, like really good. And both ults also make you like semi invincible. Like Phoenix ult, you actually can't die. KO ult, you can get revived. So, they're very overlapping. Like they overlap so much compared to other agent. Like no one could do what Raze does, for instance. No one else can do that. No one can run as fast as Neon. Whereas like Phoenix KO is just better than him. And they have been changing the same with Sky, by the way. Sky just has better stuff. And like the thing is you have all these aggressive abilities, like the mollies and the flashbangs, but then you also get infinite information. Like it's invaluable compared to like a Phoenix wall, you know what I mean? Like compare a KO knife, which can stop a raised rocket, it can turn chambers up off, it can counter everything, it gives you information, to Phoenix tossing up his little wall, but he can bend it, and like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense how why you would pick Phoenix. And same thing with Sky. She has all the same like huge things. The only thing with Sky is her heal's kind of shit, to be honest. Her heal's pretty mid. I think that keeps her down. But she has like a dog. She has a flash that also gives info. And they have finally started addressing this problem, which is they buffed Phoenix Flash to make it go faster. It helped them kind of like it's okay now. They also buffed Yoru and Reyna flashes, which tells me that they know this is a problem, that they are being completely overshadowed, and changes need to happen. Like they need to happen. They also did nerf the KO pop flash and the Sky pop flash, which I think was a great, like that was perfectly in the right direction to try and stop this, but it doesn't change the real like overall. It's good. It went in a good direction. Now KO can't just pop flash and kill everyone, or Sky can't pop flash and just kill everyone. But you still have those abilities there, and they're just stronger. They're just strictly stronger, and that's why we're in this double initiator map. Even triple initiator on some maps, pro players are running with. And then you also have like those mobility duelists are getting replaced. Like Jett has been completely replaced by Chamber. Like everything Jett wanted to do is gone because of that. You still have the smoke dash combo to get out on site, but that's it. That's all you got. You like the rest that you smoke and dash on site, you have nothing else. You have another one more smoke and two updrafts. Your two updrafts, let's be real. Your two updrafts are useless. They don't do anything. Like they're updrafts, you can jump on a box or something, but that won't get you a kill. It will maybe on defense a little bit more than attack, but like a lot of the time your updrafts are just there. I use them for information half the time just to like try and like updraft so no one can kill me. But like you can't really up to the same point as you used to, whereas you have a character like Chamber who's just infinitely better than you. You have to wait like every time until your ult comes up till you get that big power spike where you can not buy a gun and just play your knives. Whereas Chamber, every single round he has a headhunter. So you can save for that op much easier. You can also get a free op if you want for his ultimate. It's ridiculous. Like the power creep is crazy. Chamber is still by far the best duelist in the game, and he's not even in the category. It doesn't add up, you know what I mean? Like, so we're getting flash duelists replaced by initiator flashers, and then we're getting mobility duelists replaced by chamber. Now the only two who can still work are Raze and Neon. They are the two that really like they can do what no one else can do. The problem is Neon is pretty map specific, like, and she's kind of strange. She's an oddball. So that leaves you with Raze, and Raze is pretty much the only real duelist in the game at the moment. Like on the majority of maps, you're seeing this in pro play. It's not because Raze is broken. Like she's not overpowered, she's not overtuned or anything. She's hasn't been changed in a long time. But she's your only option because Jett compared to Chamber is like an absolute joke. So and you kind of still need that space to be created by at least one person. So you're kind of just stuck with Raze. She's the only one really left. And that's why you're seeing the rise of these no duelist comps. You don't even need one. They don't value anything. Like all they're doing can be done by someone else most of the time. Is the main problem. Usually duelists have weaker abilities in general. So like, Jet Smoke is instant cast, but it only lasts like a couple seconds. Whereas like Omen Smoke, takes a little bit, but it lasts a long time. Weaker ability, or like Phoenix Flash doesn't last as long as a Breach Flash, but it's quicker. That's kind of the whole thing. It's quicker. It's quicker. That's the main draw to duelists is they can do it themselves with less impact. Kind of. That's the main thing there. Whereas when you start like overlapping those lines, it becomes really really bad because like you have a character. We'll go back to Chamber who has instant teleport. That should be like that's what Jet used to have, instant dash. So that line is getting blurred there, and then you also have I think the main thing that gets me with Headhunter is the equip time. It comes out instantly. That like do you know the way when you have Jet ult, it comes out really quick. If you've already popped it, it'll come out super quick, so you can take a shot and then you can whip out knives and go bang bang bang. Chamber has that like all the time, which it doesn't even make sense. Again, he's not a duelist. His abilities are supposed to be a little bit slower, clunkier. Like Killjoy dropping a turret, she has to like wind up her hand and then like drop it, and the turret's like flapping his legs. You know what I mean? It takes a while, and it's supposed to take a while. Or like Omen trying to smoke, he has to go into his form, go over, toss the smoke. It goes over. It takes longer. That's my main point. Is all the other classes are supposed to take longer. Like Sova taking out a drone. You whoop, bang, and then it flies off slowly. Whereas like Raze, she knocks the boombot and it's gone. These abilities are getting overlapped. You can see it with Fade as well. She just kind of takes out Prowler and it's gone. Like, damn, that's kind of overlapping with Boombot a little bit now. Everything, it's becoming too fast for the other classes, which makes Duelists fall off even more. Because that was their draw, and I think that was their vision, was Duelists can do it faster, but with less impact, like you seen. Like how Phoenix had the fast flash, but it didn't blind you for very long. That was their like thing. But then Sky came out and she had a 3 second flash that she could also pop flash on. So it didn't make any sense anymore. And that's the thing. It really gets me with Chamber because his abilities come out so quick. Like you can take an op shot, miss the op shot, and your pistol's out. You can just one tap somebody like that. And that is like a huge issue. I think it's making duelists really irrelevant because you're basically playing a character whose abilities do less impact and don't regenerate, by the way. Every other class regenerates their abilities, whereas duelists need 2 kills, and 2 kills is a lot harder than waiting 40 seconds. Like a lot harder. You don't get 2 kills every round. You don't get it's way harder. Which is why these no duelist comps have become so good. Like you can see on a map like Icebox, it used to be like the home of Reyna and Jett. They used to be dominating in pro play. You seen Asuna on the ropes getting the world record in a pro match for kills on Reyna in a pro match. Like that was insane. That that was normal, but well, it wasn't more normal, obviously. You know what I mean? That was the meta though, is you would play Reyna there. Nowadays, you don't even play a duelist. There's no point. Why would you? Jett doesn't have flexibility to op anymore. So just pick chamber. You don't need the dash. You can jump on the rope. Anyone can jump on the rope, you know? You just entry that way. And you're still winning more on attack than you were on defense with no duelists. So I think that like the class really is just becoming irrelevant. I think it's gonna get the problem's only gonna get worse if they don't deal with it soon. And that is a real big issue, I think. They really do need to do something. They need to either this is the thing, I don't think they need to buff these duelists. I think they need to just bring back the other characters in line. Because the lines are getting blurred here. And everyone else is kind of getting semi-duelist. And duelists are just not semi nothing else, you know? Their job is to take duels, but they can't even do it effectively anymore. So yeah, that is the video here. I'm finished. A bit of a rant, but I needed to get it off my chest, and I think Riot really do need to do something about this. So anyway, I'll see you later, boys.